us today. We're here to talk about the most commonly asked questions on spay and neuter, and we're here with Dr. Rinta. Our first question today is, why would I want to spay or neuter my pet?
Well, besides the obvious benefits of preventing pet overpopulation, we also have benefits that are medically suited, for dogs and cats once they're spayed and neutered. With the females, once they're spayed, they're of course not going to have any birthing issues, but also it helps decrease their risk of mammary gland cancer and also uterine infections. So our females will live a lot longer if they have been spayed. For the males, there's also medical benefits. It decreases their chance of testicular and prostatic cancer. And it also decreases their roaming behaviors, so it keeps them safer also.
Okay. And at what age should I have that surgery?
The surgery, for spay and neuter typically is between 5 to 6 months of age. Some of the shelters and rescue groups, humane societies, have adopted early spay and neuter programs. And those groups will sometimes spay and neuter very small puppies and kittens. As long as they're healthy and they weigh at least 2 pounds, they'll sometimes do it that young.
So you don't have to wait for a pet's first heat cycle to have the spay surgery done?
You don't have to. In fact, most of the time we recommend to actually do the spay and neuter before they have their first heat cycle.
Okay. And how often does a female dog go into a heat cycle?
A female dog will go into heat typically 2 times a year. Sometimes it'll be only once, and sometimes they'll have multiple heats, but typically it's twice a year.
Okay. And how can you tell when they are going into a heat cycle?
Yeah, a dog, when they go into heat, you'll see actual vaginal and vulvar discharge. It'll be a little bit bloody, a little bit wet, and sometimes the vulva will be swollen. So those are your biggest clues. You kind of want to pay attention to that.
Okay. And then how can I tell when my cat would go into a heat cycle?
Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to tell if a cat's going into heat because they act very unusual. They'll start to be very vocal. They'll want to go outside, and they'll be kind of annoying. They'll rub up against you, and they'll roll on the floor and do all these funny, affectionate behaviors that you're not used to.
Okay. And then I know that my dog should be neutered, but I was curious, when they do the surgery, are the testicles removed or do they stay?
Yeah, we do remove both testicles at the time of a neuter.
Okay. And then at what age are pets sexually mature?
Typically, our female dogs, small dogs, will go into their first heat at 6 months of age, and they can get pregnant during that first heat. Larger breed dogs sometimes won't go into the first heat till 8 or 9 months of age. Our boys can become sexually active anytime in their 6 to 9 months of age. So again, you want to, if you have boys and girls in the same group or the same house that are not spayed and neutered, you want to keep them separate.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Rinta. That ends our section on spay and neuter questions.
You're welcome.